The ferry fiasco in Scotland has harmed island life, according to residents speaking to BH. The Cal-Mac fleet serving the Hebrides and the islands of the Clyde was already ageing years ago when replacements were ordered. But the whole thing became bogged down, overdue and over budget. The SNP was criticised for its handling of the saga. The boss of one firm building 2 new vessels has been sacked. BH listeners living there asked us to bring this painful process to you if you don't on Radio 4. The BBC's Lorna Gordon's crossed the Clyde as the new ferries are finally due within weeks. Fingers crossed.
I'm heading to Arran. It's one of Scotland's most accessible islands, just a few miles from the mainland. 2 new ferries meant for this route are being built just along the Clyde, but they're years overdue and hundreds of millions of pounds over budget. For some farmers on the island, reduced capacity means they can't get their produce or animals to market when required. I'm Lorna, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
And you are?
I'm David Henderson, a farm on the Isle of Arran.
We're in your car because it is just shocking weather out there.
It's not been a summer at all, it's just been an autumn. Well, the ferry, it's like a bus service to us. That's where, if you're going to your work in the morning and you get the number 12 bus, where it is, if you miss that one, you'll go on the next one, another in 10 minutes. Whereas if we miss this boat, that's us, we might not get a booking again for weeks. So it is, we're that dependent on it. It's, it needs to be reliable and it needs to be consistently sailing. And at the moment it's neither.
Elizabeth Bell is a wheelchair user and relies on the ferries to get to her regular hospital appointments on the mainland.
There is a protocol in place that if you can't get a vehicle booking on, that they will provide, that CalMac will pay for a taxi for you.
To get to a medical appointment?
To get to your medical appointment. But for me, that's not suitable because we don't have taxis in this area on the mainland that will take a wheelchair like mine. So it's very limiting. And if I don't get my vehicle on the ferry, I simply cannot go.
CalMac says it's committed to providing a reliable service and in a statement to us apologised that repairs to one of their fleet meant they've had to limit the spaces they can offer. But from islanders to businesses, the impact has been widespread. Alistair Dobson owns Arran Dairies. Can I have a wee taste?
You're more than welcome. I hope you enjoy it. That's our traditional dairy ice cream.
That is lovely. That's lovely. To deal with the difficulties of the ageing and often unreliable fleet, Alistair ended up changing the way his business operates and took a big cut in revenue as a result.
We're very much about customer. It's about not letting them down, but the ferries are letting us down.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
Oh, desperately disappointed, and the ferries will get fixed. It's just not quick enough because there's, God willing, not us, but there are businesses failing on the island every day and people are leaving.
You think that's partly down to the ferries?
Oh, 100%. But again, coming as a tourist, you'll get here, but running a business is really difficult.
The Scottish Government says the further delay on the handover of the first of the 2 new ferries for Arran is deeply disappointing. The first, the Glen Sannox, is scheduled to be handed over in the next few weeks. For some on Arran, though, this has come too late. David Nicholson, his wife and 3 children have had enough.
It's probably the most scenic place I think I've ever lived. For bringing up children, it is absolutely amazing. It's very, very safe, very little crime.
And yet you're leaving?
Yes.
As an islander, for now, how do you feel about the ferries?
I cannot wait to not have to worry about the ferries. You have to schedule in 2 days to go to a hospital appointment. If you want to go shopping on the mainland, again, you have to make sure you have enough funds for a hotel for the night, because if it doesn't sail for whatever reason, you are stranded. So no, I will not miss the boats.
During my few short hours on Arran, I've heard from lots of islanders about the challenges they faced because of problems with the ferries. But the hope going forward is that when the new ferries do finally appear on the horizon, life becomes more predictable, both for those who live here and those who want to come and visit.
Lorna Gordon reporting.